SP-GAN, Sphere-Guided 3D Shape Generation and Manipulation. Here, we present SP-GAN, a new generative model which can direct synthesize 3D shapes from a random vector and also promote controllability for part-aware manipulation, yet trainable without parts annotations. Unlike works in 2D image generation, which can already synthesize high-resolution images with fine details, 3D shape generation is still very challenging, due to the large shape variations and high complexity in 3D space. Though existing generative models can synthesize various shapes from a random latent vector, but they often struggle with the fine details. And it also hard to find a part correspondence between the latent code and the parts of generated shapes. Hence, the current methods enable less structure-wise controllability. In this work, we design a new generative approach, which not only synthesizes 3D shapes with finer details, but also facilitates structure-based manipulation. Please note that our model is unsupervised and trained without requiring any parts annotations. Design of SP-GAN. In our generative model, we incorporate a global prior in the form of a 3D sphere and a local prior which is a random latent vector. During the generation, we attach the sampled latent code to each sphere point, and learn to transform the sphere points into a feasible shape. One important insight in this design is that we disentangle the complex 3D shape generation task into a global shape modeling and a local structure regulation. Such a decoupling scheme alleviates the learning burden and promoting high-quality shape generation. Another important insight is that our new model implicitly embeds a dense correspondence between the input sphere and the generated samples, such that our new model facilitates structure controllability. Specifically, if we only modify the latent vectors for specific points on the sphere, we can manipulate local structures associated with the relevant parts in the shapes. Further, taking the sphere as a proxy, the correspondence can be spread across different generated shapes. Similarly, we can select the associated parts between two samples and conduct the part-wise interpolation. We design an interaction interface for the shape generation and structure-aware manipulation. Since our model is rather simple and effective, we can realize the real-time interaction. With our provided interface, it is easy for a user to select a certain region and modify the latent vectors to perform part-wise manipulation. Our results on generation and manipulation. Here we visualize our generated results on different shapes. As shown, our generated objects exhibit fine details with less noise and also coverage a wide variety of structures. Our generated shapes can be further reconstructed as continuous surface. Here, we colorize the learned implicit dense correspondence between the sphere points and the points in every generated shape. We can see that different region of the sphere correspond to different local parts in the shapes. And the correspondence is consistent across different samples, even with deformed shapes. Here, we show the shape interpolation results, which show that our SP-GAN enables smooth morphing from source to target. Thanks to the dense correspondence established across the generated shapes, we can interpolate the latent code associated with a specific part, achieving a part-wise interpolation. Our model can perform part composition from multiple shapes. Here, given several semantic parts from different shapes, we can pack them together to generate a new shape, which integrates different local styles. Our learned implicit correspondence can also facilitate the part co-segmentation. Here, we just need to manually segment one instance, then directly apply the point-wise labels on the other instances, without any extra efforts. Thank you for watching.